What's up, guys? It's Ben, back for episode 2. We left off previously trying to get to antimatter power, so that is in the queue right now. It's almost done. We'll be able to replace a lot of our solar panels so we can stop spamming solar panels everywhere. I was noticing we have a throughput problem here with plasma engines, which feed both the research bots and the bats, and the bats are just not getting enough supply. And luckily, um, plasma engines just take low density structures, and we built this beautiful low density structure factory last time. So why don't we make use of that, and we will build another uh, factory here for our plasma engines, and then we'll try to get it to this output and right into this station here. And once we get more bat production, we can potentially start thinking about building a battleship, going out exploring. That's one of the new features in version 16 are mobile stations. So you can basically build, big battleships, exploration vessels, mining or cargo vessels. So that would be pretty fun. Oh, I don't even have defense platforms yet, so I'm going to grab that because we need that to defend our base. We should be getting attacked. We should start getting attacked pretty soon here. It's based on total stability of your base. So basically, the bigger you build, the more you will get attacked. All right, so maybe we'll bring in this way, and then we can. So I'm going to bring a cargo ship from here to here to bring these low density structures into these guys. Actually, I'm going to set this all up, and then I'll copy and paste so that we only have to do that once. These are going to be... Oh, sorry. Actually, these are going to be low-density structures. And don't actually know how much throughput we're actually going to end up having, but we'll see how well this works. Let me grab some of these so I can handcraft things faster. Almost at capacity here. We probably actually want another shipyard to buffer our research bots. Let's grab some of these basic techs first. And this is going to be our research bot buffer. We'll just request all 60. This thing has a capacity of 60, so we're just going to call for 60 bots in here. And those should start buffering into that. It will make bat production even more difficult because there'll basically always be a slot for research bots to be created. We're out of solar panels. Oh, actually, we just finished antimatter, so yeah, once we can build lasers, I'll start building antimatter power. All right, let's bring these over here. And we'll just start using some solar panels. Actually, let me move this down. Move this down. Does this work? Yeah. Oops. So I can get 2 struts in here, which negates the stability of these 2 assemblers. So struts are a little bit confusing. Basically, what they do is they reduce the stability cost by up to 5 for a connected structure. So this station core is connected to this via this strut, and since the assembler is smaller than the station core, it's actually negating the cost of the assembler. So we're doing that for this one and this one. These both cost 4 stability total, so the struts are reducing their cost to 0 right now. So just a nice little boost to our stability, and we're going to need some heat reduction. In fact, let's see if we found any comet cores. So we can build radiators now, which require water, or ice, really. Let me see if there's any like nearby we can grab real quick. Usually there's comet cores just floating around in random spots. Of course, since I want some right now, it's not going to give me any. Eventually we'll put some exploration centers out here to keep this fog clear. Ooh, there's another obelisk. Kind of want that. This is going to increase our health. Make quick work of that. Enemies that are closer to the origin are weaker. Like right now you can see the enemy strength is 22%. So pretty easy to deal with that. Okay, here we go. These are the comet cores. These are going to give you organic compounds and ice, which we're going to need later to build plastics once we have our greenhouse factory going. So I'm just going to build one radiator so I can use that for our plasma engine factory. Get exploration going so we can start expanding our fog vision. Let's see, what was I building here? Oh yeah. The radiators need to be attached to heat exchangers. I got this idea from the International Space Station. Actually, they have heat exchangers that push heat out onto radiators just like this. Okay, so we have plenty of low-density structures in here, it looks like, and now we need to output them. Actually, this is not going to work well. We'll put it over here. And then we will output. Actually, and we need to go... Well, I guess we can just do this. That'll work. I'm shift right clicking, shift left clicking to set the filters based on the recipe that's being crafted. Okay, so we can build antimatter now, which is amazing. We'll fix this power problem with our antimatter stations. So the way antimatter works is it's just a flat bonus. So we have this power station here. You can see on the right, it's producing 14 kilowatts. But you can attach sails to it, which basically make it more effective. So now it is producing 26, and each one increases it more. So it's up to 50 kilowatts now, which is, I believe, 10 solar panels. I was messing with those values. Yeah, so solar panels are 5, and this a full antimatter power station with all the sails is 50. So it's quite a bit better. And I don't think we probably don't even need these anymore. Yeah, we are cooking now. Okay, so we're gonna bring. You can see that our input to this station is coming from here. So I'm just gonna keep going with this spaghetti. We'll organize things better later. I like to organize things more when I get mobile stations, basically trains. But for now, spaghetti's fine. So you can see we are cranking the plasma engines now. We're full up here. In fact, I can probably expand my bat production now, which I think I'm going to do. So we need more connectors, we need a ship assembler, and we're going to need more power, I can already tell, so I'm going to replace these stupid solar panels with antimatter. That is going to increase our heat as well, which we have room. We can just slap a couple heat exchangers on. Might be overkill. And we need more sails, which is just low density structures, which we have a bunch here. You might want to think about making an early game mall pretty soon here. Our objectives are telling us to find a planet. We'll get to that. All right, let's see. Junctions would be nice, but I really want to get to mobile stations, so I'm going to research the mass fuel consumer. So that's a component that basically can convert any item into energy. It's a special sort of fuel source or fuel engine, I guess. Okay, so we have that going. We have our plasma engines. The Vec are planning to attack us. Oh, the other thing we need defenses. That's probably important. So right now in the game, there's the early game option for defense is these defense platforms. So Bats will station at these things, and they will protect the area in red and notify other defense platforms that are in the blue radius. So we'll just make a nice little outpost here for bats to live at. I don't think this needs very much power. This needs 16 power, so 4 of these will do. And you can see we had a nice little buffer of bats in there. So now we at least have this much of our base covered. I'll put another one of these on this side. We need a couple more struts. As you can see, it would be actually really nice to have them all right now. And then I would love to get exploration centers going. Did I research them? Yeah, I did. But I kind of want to think about... I want to build them all. Fleet Command 2 would be nice. Our fleet is pretty small right now, but kind of trying to stay focused on getting to mobile stations. We also need repair centers. There's a lot to do. So I think what right now would be a good time to build a mall of some kind, because I'm sick of handcrafting stuff. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is an antimatter collector mall and an antimatter power station, because you need so many of these. And those need lasers, which take low density and AI controller circuits. So I say we just copy this structure here. And we're just going to convert this into a... We're going to convert this into circuits. I want to make sure... I don't want to build it too close to those asteroids, because I want to expand more mining stations there. But I also want to make sure that we have enough sort of throughput to get... I'm just going to build it here, and we're just going to see what happens. So the output is up in the top right, or top left there. Let's just see how this goes. We really need more mining stations. This is going to be our new silica operation here. Just see how much ore we have left. 70,000 will last us a little while. Station core. Great. Okay, now we need to actually get this over to here. This is kind of overkill. Let's see. We need to stop handcrafting medium density structures. We have a ton. It would also be nice to automate robotic parts. We're using a lot of handcraft time for that. Yeah, let's just keep focused here on our silica operation. That's going to be converted into more circuits. You need a lot of circuits. I think about building another construction bot. All right, we got our miners coming in here. And in fact, I'm not going to use these solar panels because we have antimatter, and it's really silly to build solar panels that many. I usually, at this stage of the game, I usually use solar panels if there's like a tight spot that you just want to squeeze in a little bit more power. But main power source is definitely going to be these guys from now on. We need to change the output of all this, so these are going to be circuits instead. Filter is going to be silica. Let's change all these real quick. Boom. Okay, we're good on that. More logistic stations. Just deciding how I want to do this. Just take really short routes here that they actually fit, so why not? And we're gonna need more heat reduction here. More heat reduction. If we can get more ice. The radiators are not that great. Or sorry, the heat exchangers. They dissipate about, I think, 0.5 per second, and the radiators are like 6 degrees per second. So if we can get some more ice, eventually we'll automate ice. Oh, I have some more. I can actually make more. So I'm actually going to just do this, and then I don't need these other 2 radiators. We are golden there, so we need to connect our ore here. Oh, that was reversed. Here we go. This needs power. I will do 2 lanes here to fill this up as fast as possible and get the throughput we need. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. We've expanded our circuits immensely. But now we really need to get them over here-ish, I think. We'll just build like a exploration center out here so we have some vision. And put a couple fence platforms out here. I might save this blueprint, and this will be our outpost blueprint. Oh, we can get mobile stations now, but we need some other stuff first. Let's get station repair. And now you can see we have a lot more vision. Actually, I'm gonna move this. Yeah. And we still need a little bit more power, so I'm actually just gonna use a couple solar panels here. So I'm gonna build like a mall area in here for some stuff. Let's see. It'd be really nice. I think I'm gonna spam my iron a little bit. And then I will have just gonna refactor this a little bit. Don't think we'll have throughput for 3, but whatever. Eventually we will, so. This will be my robotic arm. Those. This box is going to be for medium density. This is going to be for robotic parts. We need more heat dissipation. No more water. There. How are we doing on stability? We're good on stability. We are not good on power anymore. We have a couple sails that should do the trick. Yeah, okay. This should be those. All right. So we have a box for robotic parts now, and we're cranking out more iron in general. So that's always good. We're probably gonna need those robotic parts for the mall too. So, all right, my original goal here. Actually, no, maybe I'll build it up here. So the first thing I wanted to do was build the antimatter power station, which required the circuit. So actually, I'm going to copy this, and this is going to be our. This can be our. Okay, this one. This will be the lasers. We need a lot of shit. Oh, whoops. I fucked it up. I'm gonna put it right there so I can use I'll use inserters to cross this gap instead of cargo ships. We need a lot of connectors, which require low density structures, which we have a lot of here. What are we doing? I'm surprised we haven't got attacked yet. Probably jinxed myself by saying that, but oh well. This filter needs to change to circuits. These guys. Would love to go out and explore a little bit more so we can get some artifacts and some speed upgrades. My speed is pretty weak right now, 115 meters per second. So in this game, there's a couple ways to get upgrades. One is there's obelisks that are around the map that you saw me activate before that will give you speed and health. So we need to go out and do that. There's also artifacts that are really powerful items for your factory. One of them is this duplicator, so this guy is duplicating. There's this extra production bar here. When this fills up, it produces an extra one. Similar to beacons in Factorio. I'm actually going to expand my territory a little bit, since we have. Allegedly, the Avec are going to be attacking us, so probably a good time to do this. Struts. Here come our bats. Go, bats. Usually attacks at this stage of the game are pretty weak, so not too worried about it. Junctions are useful. Oh, here they come. First battle, at least that I've seen. We definitely have more capacity for these guys, so let's build more of them. These are the research centers. The guys that are shooting the green, those are the research bots. They're scanning the asteroid. So our throughput is limited right now because we don't have a ton of research centers. But I have a ton of research bots buffered. There we go. Now we're cranking. So our research is going so much faster now. That's actually a new change. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but you have to actually select your research now for the bots to work. See how they've all stopped, and if I research mobile stations, they all start again. So similar to how Factorio works. So you can't queue up anything yet. A lot of people have been asking about queuing research, and I will be implementing that at some point. There we go. Oh, these require low density structures too. Whoops. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Do like this, and then this side. One of these sides will be circuits, and the other will be low density. It's more power, but that should be good. Our low density structures are over here. Now, what is the best way? This is going to be pure spaghetti. So I think that's the route we're going to take. So again, cargo ships fly over things, but they can run into other cargo ships. So that's why I'm doing this instead. So that this connector, items will flow underneath this and then resume back onto like the cargo ship line. Beautiful. Now we're cooking. I saw, yeah, it's not quite enough power still. Maybe one sail will do it. Yeah. Good. Okay. We officially have lasers, which is huge. And we have low density structures. Honestly, we might want to think about trying to find a duplicator for low density structures. So we need a lot of them. Okay, we have... Let's get bad damage too. And we actually can make rocket adapters now. But we need to make mass energy converters. Oh, which is just these two items. This is probably consuming them at a pretty fast rate. Thing is, you can't handcraft mass energy converters. But I don't need that many, so I'm just gonna kind of... Ooh. Here's a good idea. Okay, first of all, this is wrong. Boom. Let's see which way. See, the problem is it's choosing this way, which is not ideal. I think I need to just remove this. We're doing on power here. Actually, we're doing alright on power. Come on. Alright, I'm just gonna load this up manually. There we go. We need to select our research. Armor blocks might be nice. Well, let's do armor blocks. How many mass energy converters do we need? We need 12. That's actually kind of a lot. Well, that's going. Let me think about... Okay, so the two goals I have right now. I want to build a ship that we can go exploring with. In fact, this is like a nice little base for the ship. Attach a rocket to this thing. So we want to go exploring, get some upgrades, get some artifacts. And we want to build them all, but I'm keen on exploring right now because I would really like to find some more duplicators because they're busted. Need 6 more of those. Alright, so let me just think about this. While we're waiting for those mass energy converters, what we need to do is start our mall, which the first thing we were going to do is build antimatter power and antimatter collectors. That's actually what I'm going to do. Is we can just branch off here. Now we have lasers, we have circuits, and we have bauxite, or sorry, low density structures on this sort of quasi bus. Let's see. We have enough antimatter now. Or sorry, we have enough mass energy converters. And up here we're gonna need to probably actually be good to have another defense platform stuff over here in case we get attacked. Pretty low on stuff right now. I love seeing the bats fly over. So satisfying. Plenty of medium density structures. Most structures in the early game require medium density structures. So it's a good idea to automate them as quick as possible. And it looks like we are low on these guys, which they're being consumed very heavily now. We may not have enough throughput. What I'm thinking now is we need more of these. You just output this directly to a logistics thing, and then we can have a cargo ship. But this is in the way, so we're going to have to move it. That's okay, it doesn't need to be here. We'll just use it as more defense, where we have more room. Those guys will go to their new home. And now we can power this. Hopefully. We are really short on resources, though. Anything in here? No, no, no. It's a hand mine again. It's tragic. Don't want the cargo ship, just trying to power our new mining outpost here. Bauxite is definitely the most in demand ore for early game. Once you start having to build high density structures later, you need a lot more iron, but in the beginning of the game it's very much all about bauxite. As you can see. Alright, so our mining station should be good here. Just going to give it a couple extra plasma engines to get it kick-started. And this should dramatically increase our throughput for low-density structures. In fact, we may get to the point where we don't have enough miner production. This is kind of a sneak peek. We have a new production statistics menu here, which is super helpful. See, we're making about 10 miners a minute. Actually, the next thing I need to do as I'm looking at this is the consumption should increase when the miners self-destruct. Because, again, miners have a limited amount of life after they carry a certain amount of resources, they will destroy themselves. So you have to keep, the idea is you have to just keep producing them. All right, for next tech, I think lasers is the obvious choice here. We can attach some lasers to our new ship that we're about to build. So the rocket adapters basically let you move the station around. And we definitely need repair centers on this thing. So I'm gonna add a bunch because we're gonna get in a lot of fights. And I'm gonna put some armor on it. Heat is a problem, as you can see. I want to make sure that our sensitive areas are not exposed too much when we go out, because if the heat exchangers get destroyed while we're in combat, then that can be bad. Things start overheating, they explode. It's not fun for anyone. Looks like we need more. Oh yeah, this whole thing started because we needed more of these guys. I'm just gonna steal cargo ships. Antimatter power. Okay, so we do need fuel for these guys. I think what I'll do is I'll put just a couple boxes here and fill up the boxes with something. I'm not sure what yet. So every item in the game has a mass, and the more massive something is, the longer the fuel will last for that. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just, I have a ton of circuits I don't need, and a ton of these I don't need. So hopefully that will be enough to get us going. I really don't need these, honestly. I'll just hand feed it for now. Eventually we'll be able to program program them to go to a fuel station that we build. Okay, let's put some armor blocks on here. Protect those. It's not the prettiest, but it'll do the job. And actually, as I say that, I need more high density, of course, to build these guys. It's okay though. Oh, I also wanted lasers. I forgot about that. Lasers are not even done yet. But we'll go out with this and see how it goes, honestly. More high density structures. A lot of activity at the iron mine today. So I could probably make the armor blocks a little cheaper. This is just so ugly, though. I kind of want to make it symmetrical because it's just bothering me. Make it more like shaped. Oh, whoops, I'm an idiot. I cut instead of copied. Do have triangle blocks to try to make this look a little bit better. Overheating again. How did that happen? Oh, because I added more. I added more power. Dang it. What was I thinking? Well, we could make this more elongated. So we'll do this. And then we have a whole back area. We can improve upon this design as we go, honestly. Really, I just want to go out there with a few defense platforms worth of units. This is not symmetrical. It's going to be like the front of the ship, basically. We still need more high density structures, or sorry, medium density structures rather. We're actually like at capacity right now, which is kind of surprising. What we could do is any extra, so this will keep it flowing. Here we go. We can actually get in these things if you press X. We are going to fly. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to be on the lookout for obelisks. More enemies. It's nice I can just sit back in my ship, let the bats do their thing. We don't even have we don't have lasers yet. A little bit easier to pick up the stuff when you're outside of the ship. Ooh, singularity cargo is really nice. It's going to let us transport items across an infinite distance instantly, but we need to find another one. So how do we do here? We got 20, 20. We are full up. We got plenty of fuel. Let's just keep going. Again, the farther we go out, the harder things get. So we're at 100% strength now and rising. And there's an obelisk. We were looking for one of those. Make quick work of that. Camp.
The ideal star for our efforts.
Found a star. We can use that later.
Must be harvested.
For building a Dyson sphere.
Power can the Leviathan be tamed.
It'll be a later game though. You'll have to stick around for a few more episodes before we get to Dyson sphere territory. Another health obelisk. I would love... Oh shoot. Bats are getting antsy. There's a neutron star. Nice.
Lifeless, impenetrable. A glimpse of the great power hiding in our universe, where the structures of reality are crushed into oblivion, and time itself begins to stretch to it.
No artifacts. Oh, actually, did we get a couple? We got a stabilizer. but I really want a duplicator. Our base is being defended, so that's good. Oh, I should select a new research. So as we're exploring here, we also want to think about kind of the next thing we want to get to and teching up to planetary science. So first thing we're going to need is the ship reprocessing. So we'll get that. And actually these ranges are way too long. So we don't want the bats to like go too far. Copy the range data over. Keep moving here. Clear out these camps. I might build an outpost out here actually. It'd be nice if there was a portal. If we could find a portal over here, it'd be ideal. There's a portal in every biome, so there should be one around here, I feel like. Star. Oh, there's a portal. See, I told you guys. I knew it. Maybe because I programmed this game. I might just leave this out here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. I'm going to build some outposts out here, but I need some ingredients to build defense platforms and exploration centers. Do those, build some antimatter power, build some... This is why we need them all. We should have built them all first, but I was just eager to get out there. What else do I need? Defense platforms. And struts. Repair centers. We need everything. This thing took damage. I'm going to put a repair center on this. Okay. Copy this. Put it in our clipboard, and then we'll go back to Friendquist. Eventually you'll be able to rename the portals, but for now you just have to remember, which I kind of like, but no one else does, so I'm going to add the ability to rename. Claiming some territory here. I'm just gonna make like a line back to our base, I think. Because we're gonna use, I think this neutron star, since it has bonus research rate, we're gonna use that for sure. Once we get to stellar research, it'll be a while, but always nice to be prepared. Oh, we don't want to forget. So moving on to planetary science now, this is going to be our tier 2 science. We're going to be able to start building organics, plastics, more advanced lasers, more advanced ships. Because right now we just have a bat. They're not that good. They do a decent amount of damage, but once we start pushing out more into the fog, you will see that their weaknesses become apparent. Another health obelisk. That's the other thing we haven't found a lot of. We haven't found a lot of speed obelisks, which is really annoying. Let's go back home. Re-up on the bats. Oh, we have no bats. And we don't have enough circuits. But actually, another thing we need is to bring circuits over here. There's always so much to do. But what I really needed first, I was just going to bring over some more stuff to build. What do I need? Oh yeah, antimatter power. Should have plenty of low density structures ready for that. Try to build this line back to the base. How much further do we have to go? Actually, yeah, it's kind of far. I might finish it later, honestly. Let's go clear that obelisk up there with our ship. These guys have... We're good. Oh, we have a lot of health, so we got that going for us. I'm going to mine these comet fragments because basically after we get planetary science, we can start working on greenhouses, and greenhouses produce more organic compounds. So you can find your initial set of organic compounds from comet fragments, feed them into the greenhouses, and then greenhouses will make more. So just kind of getting ready for that process. I think what I'll do, I'm gonna park this guy over here, and we'll ride back. It feels very cozy in this ship. Ooh, the tridents have spawned. This is the new enemy type that spawns kind of in the mid-ish game, although we're still pretty early, honestly, but the base is big enough now. You'll see that they dominate bats because they have sort of AoE attack. They shoot 3. It wasn't too bad because there wasn't many of them, but they'll start spawning in greater numbers now, and it definitely amps up the difficulty. We got an artifact here, which I have to get out of, unfortunately. Radiator artifact. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's continue our journey back to base. Almost ready to get planetary science. Have we found a... Oops. Have we found a planet yet? We actually haven't found a planet, so we need to find a planet. That's the next thing on the agenda, because planetary asteroid bots scan planets, as you might imagine. So yeah. Alright, so I think that'll do it for this episode. We got a lot done. We really expanded our silica. We got automatic lasers. We got a nice little bus ready for our mall that we're going to make. We have expanded our research a lot. We built our first battleship. It's not amazing yet, but it will get there. We'll make a couple designs and see how far we can get. We found a neutron star, which is going to be really nice for later game. But next episode, we're going to dive into planetary science. We're going to have to go explore a bit, find a planet, keep going on our technology, build some more battleships, hopefully get to automating our mobile stations so we can start automatically hauling cargo around our factory, especially as we start expanding a lot more. So yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching.